There you are. I got your mic on now.
Oh, you're in control of that. That's right.
I'm trying to get in control.
Let
of
me
something
rephrase
here.
it. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
It's good to see y'all.
It's good, and it's good to be seen. Thank you, Joe. We're glad you came in this morning. And we were talking before we went to the break. We were talking about the SPLOST. Lot of polarity in the SPLOST, going back and forth. A lot of people are like, we don't need that.
And there was a local TV show which ended recently. I'm not going to call any names, but obviously they were very negative against the SPLOST. And let me tell you, I haven't been back in town and didn't read up on making events while I was gone because I was trying to, stay afloat in another state. But the thing about the SPLOST is, the way I look at it, you never ask for a SPLOST in a in a financial crisis, in a depressed economy. You're in a recession. You can't go asking for a SPLOST. Tell me what the SPLOST is all about. Is this the same one about the courthouse improvements? Because you've already done those, or building a new courthouse?
Well, a lot of people don't understand that, and that's where the problem is. You have a lot of people that come down and want to criticize that have not been to the meetings to find out exactly what's going on, why we're doing it. The splash is something that's good. Everybody pays. If you buy a brand new automobile, if you bought the old Pintos from years ago, it don't cost you but $7,000. Think you only pay $7,000 worth of tax. If you go out and buy a Lamborghini, you're gonna pay more tax. So it's based on that. You don't pay on the food articles you buy. It's on the other things that you have to spend money on. Yes, we do need things. Stormwater drainage problems we have here, we have more calls about that, and it's getting worse. Downtown, we've got streets that are blocked off downtown now because of stormwater problems. Recreation, we talked about that in the last segment, where we've got to find a way to get our kids off the streets. Yes, it's going to cost additional money, but Bibb County has done very good job at using the money that they've got from the taxes to make it work. Now, the city of Macon, on the other hand, they're having problems. We understand the city right now, they've got a debt service that this was going to pay off, this splash of $10 million, where we was also going to use $2 million of the additional monies that we were going to bring in, pay our debt service down, and that's paying debt that we owe, that the taxpayers of Macon and Bibb County and Payne City owe. Stormwater, the courthouse, to me, I didn't like the idea of where the courthouse was being built to start with, but I wanted the BB&T. But the commissioners, the architects, people that know came in and said, this is the best scenario. You need a juvenile center away from the courthouse where you have these hardened criminals. As you know, our jail is not a jail anymore, it's a prison. Because, we have hardened criminals in this location because the state will not pick up these individuals that are in jail that's incarcerated.
Now, why is that? Why won't they come get them and put them in the real prison?
They're actually broken. They do not have room for them right now. So we're
having to house them.
We're housing those individuals at a lower rate than what the state's paying us the lowest rate they could pay to get by, and it's costing us more money. Now, when you look at that and you look at putting a judicial center there, building the other part of the judicial center for the Superior Court judges and all, that's going to help the downtown area. And, then you got, like I said, we talked about recreation, we talked about debt service, those city buses, doing those city buses and working the bus system. If you look at these buses around town, they pollute the air more than Plant Shear does. And my gracious, you try to get behind one of those and you choke to death.
Right.
Okay, maybe I missed the boat here. Are they still wanting to build a new courthouse?
Yes.
Well, they just wasted how many million improving the old one?
That's where you're wrong, Rick, because the old one will also be utilized. It's an historic thing. The county commissioners will still be there. We have so many annexes outside that we're going to bring everybody together. If we consolidate, which I am totally 100% for consolidation.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
We need to consolidate.
Yeah, we got phone calls here, too. Wayne, how are you, Wayne? Wayne, are you there? Okay, I guess Wayne's not there. Let's go over here. Albert, are you there?
Yes.
Hey, Albert, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
You're on with Joe Allen.
Okay.
And he's putting his headphones on so he can hear you now. There you go.
What a guy.
What's up, Albert?
Well, I've seen your show about the SPLOST and so forth. And over the last several months, in the paper, one of the articles pertained to a sum of $13 million that was uncollected in city fines. Also, we've read about the Macon, I think, Convention and Visitor Center Bureau with $19 million in cash that is available, for use by the Convention and Visitor Center Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
So with all these millions out floating around, why do we need a SPLOST when there's potentially more that has been forgotten about, and potentially some could be shaved off of what the SPLOST would provide to be used elsewhere?
All right, you want to field that?
That's a good question there. Let's start with the CVB. CVB, that money is sales tax money that comes in, and it's specially utilized for Convention and Visitors Bureau to bring people to this community. It cannot be used for any other thing. Of course, a part of that money had been utilized for the Coliseum, and then we ended up at Bibb County was able to utilize that money out at Lake Tobesofkee. Now, the debt service at the city, I believe that's what you talked about. I can't help what the city do. They are another part of government. In this community, you actually have 4 parts of government. You have Bibb County, you have Payne City, you have the mayor's office, and then you have city council. So you have that, and then you have your state government. So you have that's the reason I said consolidation is the best way to go. Bring everything under one government and downside. We're supposed to be policymakers when you're elected as city council or the county commissioners or the mayor of Payne City or their council. So policymakers try to do what's best for the people because we own property. We pay the same taxes, amount of taxes per percentage that you do.
Well, there you go, Albert.
Hello?
Hey, you there?
Yeah,
All right.
I got cut off.
Did you get cut off? Oh,
Yeah.
well, he just went through and gave you a very,
Right.
very good answer.